Okay, there we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. I was like, what's up? My people can't hear me. Okay, so let's go live now, y'all. I'm always having difficulties. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me now? What's up, Rose Little, Angela, Rising Aquarius? My wrench gang is in the building. Oh, I'm in here making a mistake doing stuff. Wait a minute. Okay. So my bad, y'all. My microphone, somebody's been, I don't know, I ain't even about to go into it. So welcome to the chat, you guys. Okay, so y'all can hear me now. I was like, what's up? I could tell that my people could not hear me. Okay, so yes, we are live and my wrench gang is in the building. Okay, I appreciate you guys. So, you know, I'm gonna try to spend some time tonight so we can get caught up because I haven't had time to just be still, you know what I'm saying, and hang out with my people. So, you know, I'm trying to spend some time in doing that tonight. I want to talk about, you know, Nature Boy, the reading that we did. I want to talk about because what's going on right now, you know, if anybody has any updates, and I also definitely want to talk about the dissecting the devil classes and where we are in that and where we're going forward, things that are going on in the No Narc Network group, and you know, just catching up with you guys. Okay, so how is everybody feeling? You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing tonight? So, you know, I didn't realize that it was Mercury in retrograde, you guys. I did not realize that. And I was wondering, like, why do I feel kind of like off? You know what I'm saying? I feel off balance and everybody's just going through things. You know what I'm saying? I've been on YouTube. That's good, Angela. I'm glad that everybody's doing good because, you know, I was off balance for like these last few days and I didn't know why. And then somebody reminded me that it was Mercury in retrograde. So then I'm like, you know, this is why I'm off balance. And so everything that, you know, everything that's been happening in the last few days, when I woke up today, it had all shedded and everything was better. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to stop by really quickly and see how everybody was doing. I want to get caught up. I'm going to try to stay on here for a minute because I know I never stay long. So, you know what I'm saying? People be like, whatever, I'm not going to check in. So yeah, since I started late, I really want to start over, but I'm not going to start over. I'm going to just keep going. And if I have to edit this live at the end or whatever, or maybe because I don't think I spent too much time when the microphone wasn't on. Okay. So, but yeah, you guys, I've been off balance for like the last 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all this Indian. It's a spiritual bath that you add to your bath, and it's a floor wash. And I mean, it is amazing. You know what I'm saying? For one, I love the way it smelled, and it worked wonders. And I woke up today, and all of that heavy weight was gone. I was just in the best. I've been in the best mood all day. I've been singing. I've been listening to my music. I've been vibing high. You know what I'm saying? And so, and nothing really has happened, you know what I'm saying, in my outer world. But this is how I feel because, you know, everything moves in the spirit first. And so I feel something coming very good, very positive, and it's big. Okay. So I'm like, let me stop by and hang out with my people. You know, I got some time to be at home. Let me be still because a lot of the videos that I try to do in the car, I see that, you know what I'm saying, that they be having all types of interference. The video quality is not good. So, you know, even though I'm kind of tired, you guys, because I've been around here dancing and singing because I feel something, you know what I'm saying, something very beautiful, magical. It's something that I've been manifesting. I don't even know what it is, but it's definitely coming. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like that tired, that exhilarated, you know, and I'm not really tired. It's more like exhilarated, you know what I'm saying? To my candy video. Yeah, I've been listening to that all day. I got in the truck and it was in the truck and I was like, this is so old, but oh, it was banging. So yeah, I rode around listening to that for a while, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's my theme song, you know, the sweets and Oshun and the candy. I was like, yes. And that old school, you know, that's real music. So, you know, I forgot how cool Cameo was. I was just talking to my brother about that. I've been channeling my inner unicorn with my granddaughter. That is so cool. That is so cool. I've been hanging with my granddaughter too. I bought her this little tent full of balls. So she got like 200 balls, you know what I'm saying, all over the house, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But it is the cutest little thing. And so, yeah, you know, we got to channel that inner, you know, that inner child. We got to remember our old selves. So sometimes when you listen to that old music, you know, old jams you grew up to, it will take you back to that time vibrationally. And, you know what I'm saying, help you shake off whatever's going on now. So, you know, whatever, hey, by any means necessary, raise them vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, because, you know, like I was saying the other day, I really hate how the retrogrades get to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate how the moon phases and all these things. I can't say I hate it, because of course it has its upsides and downsides. There's much power in being intimately connected with, you know, the planetary bodies and the moon phases. And you know, and when they realign and do all of that, you definitely are going to feel it in your body. You're going to see it in your reality. So, you know, I didn't know that Mercury's in retrograde, and a lot of times I'm prepared and it don't bother me as much. But this time, and it really wasn't much. It was just the littlest things was kind of agitating me, because I do not like to have any sort of agitation in my, you know, the way that I like for things to go, you know. And I know that may sound a bit narcissistic, but it's not really that. It's just that I like for things to go smooth, you know what I'm saying? So little things were agitating me, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, because I woke up this morning, like I said, and that was all gone, and I've been happy all day. So I hope you guys have, if you have had any heaviness or any kind of off balanceness due to the retrograde, I really hope that you guys have been able to shake that off. You know what I'm saying? And and I hope you guys have been getting something out of the, you know, the classes. You know what I'm saying? Because I have, you know, it's been a lot. Like, since I've been doing it, it's been a lot. It's been like, you know, I've had a lot of interference and forces and things trying to prevent it from going forth. So I feel like, you know, with this much interference, it has to be something that is of value. You know what I'm saying? Let me read. Yes, honey. The unicorn energy is beautiful. It's colorful. It is very youthful. It's playful, and it's very rejuvenating. You know what I'm saying? In a very beautiful and sweet kind of way. I know that unicorn energy, girl. Suck that all up, okay? And make sure you share it, okay? You are so right too, Rose. The retrograde is about that. And I mean, with me, it was just like it just kind of caught me off guard, and I wasn't expecting that shift, because I've been really doing some heavy work and stuff for my clients. So it caught me off guard. I didn't even know it was retrograde, but I was damn sure feeling it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? And then I think I looked at somebody else's channel and they was talking about the retrograde. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is why everybody's going damn crazy. Okay. It only lasted for about 2 days for me. And really what it was that I had stayed up all night one night and doing work. And then I was still tired the next day, and then these motherfuckers had took my damn one of my videos down. It was a 3-minute video, and I was mad. I'm so sick of the, you know, I cannot. It was like the limitation is what set me off. Do not try to restrict me, and so that's what set me off, you know. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying. I took me a bath, honey, and I woke up today. I mean, feeling absolutely marvelous. Okay, so something beautiful is definitely coming. So you know, when you do this kind of work, you know, sometimes your energy gets depleted. You're going to get tired. You know, you're going to get your hands dirty. You're going to go into the darkness sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the beauty of it is that you know how to rejuvenate yourself. You know how to get yourself back. You never really lose the essence of who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are always aware of the fact that your true identity is the spirit. Okay, and that's what I'm here to remind everybody of. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know that, that's something that nobody can take away from you. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom, the things that you know, the knowledge and the wisdom and the spiritual gifts that you have been gifted with and you have been adorned with and you adorned yourself with, those things cannot be taken away from you. Anything that can be taken away from you should be, because you need to understand the difference between what's real and what's not. Okay? You know, if you want that piece of that devil's pie, I'm gonna tell you how to recognize the devil's pie. It's always something that can perish, that can go away, that can change. Okay? The things that do not change are the truth. You know what I'm saying? Who you are, the true nature of who you are in your spirit, and who is the most high, who created you, the spiritual aspect of you. You didn't make that yourself. You have to acknowledge that higher power. I don't give a damn what name you call it by. You must acknowledge that. Okay, if you want to see that next level, if you want to be able to tap into it, okay, and to be working from that, you know what I'm saying, as your source. Shout out to my clients, and you know what I'm saying, that's in the room, and shout out to my wrench gang and to those who know the truth when you hear it. You know what I'm saying, because everybody has not been invited here. You know what I'm saying? So I thank y'all for being here, sharing this time and space with me, because you know every moment is beautiful. I was listening to a woman, and this was a couple of months ago. You know what I'm saying? And I was really trying to find the direction to take my, you know, my teachings in, and I knew that I wanted to teach from this book so that people understand the workings of the mind of the narcissist, so that you have some sort of ammunition, so that you be able to detect their asses. You know what I'm saying? So that you can reject their asses before they come in and do harm to you. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to a woman, and I remember her saying, because she was so deep with it, okay? And she was flowing right off of her spirit. And I get drawn, you know, I love this path, y'all. I love this path because when you're, you know, when you're on it, everything becomes so damn magical, and you're so mindful of the ways in which that, you know, the Most High is speaking to you through nature, and, you know, through other people, and, you know, through the things that are happening in your life, okay? And the things that I get drawn to, the teachers that I'm you know, I'm led to like sit at their feet, even just for 5 minutes, and hear a teaching from there, to hear a word from them, because you have to be humble enough to be able to do that. Okay, you can't be a teacher unless you're a student, and you're continuously, you never stop being a student. Okay, because when you think that you have stopped being a student, this is when your ego begins to grow and expand. We all know what happens. And we all know what the ego does for us. Okay. So, but I was listening to her, and I believe her name is it, and I'm gonna correct it in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think her name was Malika the Lioness. Okay. I know the name Malika was in it. And she was saying a lot of things, you know, that was really, you know, that was so on point. But she said, grace is from breath to breath. And when she said that, I mean, the depth of it, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it just hit me so deeply in my spirit that I began to weep. And that's some beautiful shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When you can get a word, you know what I'm saying, coming through another sister, and you totally get it, and it's didn't hit you, and you have that gratitude, you know what I'm saying, about, you know, first of all, being able to even know what your purpose is here, to be given the, you know, the opportunity to actually do it, and to feel your ancestors, and to feel your source and your God, and your God has come through you, and you know what I'm saying, to be able to relay these teachings, to have people to confirm for you that it is valuable. You know what I'm saying? It is valuable because it's valuable to me. Now, you know what I'm saying? Everything is not going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? But if it's valuable to anybody, you know what I'm saying? I feel like on some level, you guys, I have found the key. And I am slowly inserting it in the damn lock. Okay. But guess what though? It's going in. Okay. It's going in. So guess what? I know that this key works. Okay. So right now I'm just in the process of proving to you guys that this key works, that there is nothing that the Most High cannot fix, even the twisted, diabolical, demonic mind of the narcissist. And I'm not, this is what I want to say, because I don't want to give anybody any false hope about this. Okay. I'm not saying that, that, you know, you should stay with narcissists, that you should do all of that. But what I'm saying is that there is nothing that is beyond fixing. It still takes, and this is why most of them are still not going to be helped. Okay. It still takes for them to want the help. And it still takes, you know, the work for them to be willing to put in the work. And of course, we know that most narcissists are not going to do that. But there is a very small percentage of them who can be saved. Okay. And so, you know, when you seek, you will find. And right when I was ready to give up and I was seeking, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers really don't have any hope. They really are irreparable, and some of them still are, you know what I'm saying? And we grow up, we have to live and learn through those experiences, but at the same time, that small percentage that can be saved, okay, in my supernovas, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, I've discussed this a little bit in the group. We're gonna discuss it some more. You know what I'm saying? You have a different message with this small percentage that can be saved, and I'm only speaking specifically to my supernovas, okay? And please do not superimpose this title onto yourself, because it's not something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If in fact you were not born, you know what I'm saying, with your armor on, okay? Because it's like going into the trenches. We talk about the trenches, but y'all don't know what these trenches is really like. Okay, the trenches, you know, in the trenches, you are under attack 24/7. You know what I'm saying? By forces close to you, near and far, people that don't know you, people who are obsessed, that hate and love you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You are constantly under attack, which is why this armor exists. Okay, so you know, on my, it's on this page too, but on my No Narc Network TV, you know, I'm gonna keep up the armor of God video, the full armor. Okay, like I said, I don't care what you call your God by, what you call your prime creator, your source by. I don't care what sex you impose on it, what race, as long as you internalize it. Okay, so it can actually have some practical use for you. Okay, that which we call magic ain't nothing but you being able to tap into that source. Okay, and to be able to move your ego out of the way enough to be able to make some shit happen. Okay, and then without trying to own that as if you are the source, honey. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to, you of course, the goal, the ultimate goal, because the illusion, the illusion, is the human condition is the illusion of separation. So of course the goal is to understand that your will is the will, or to bring your will in alignment with the will of the Most High. Okay, and understand that the Most High is not separate from you, never has been. So you have to first get to know that. Okay, and cultivate that relationship with that living spirit that is within you. I have said this shit before, I sure have. But again, y'all need the shit to be the repetition is very important. And I hope at least you have learned that in the very least, from the classes, not just the classes. Because if anybody who's religious, if you read any religious text, especially the stories in the Bible, a lot of the stuff is repeated stories of the same shit. The same shit, okay? And it's the same stories, the same message, because these things need to be drilled into a mind who has many layers of delusion to work through. Okay, so you know, do not tire of the repetition, because at some point it will be that reverse hypnotic rhythm that we talked about in the classes, where you're on autopilot and you don't have to, you know, consciously think about it, and you don't have to repeat things. It's in there. But this is how you program your mind. Okay, this is what affirmations are. This is what, you know, any positive thinking or positive words, you speaking life over your own life or over someone else's life. It works both ways. Okay, so you know, I think we've had enough of speaking death over ourselves, over other people. Okay, so it's time to speak life. Let's see the results of that. Okay, how about that? So you know what I'm saying? You can go to a lot of channels. You can go to almost any channel on YouTube and watch people speaking death over one another. Okay, yesterday I watched it. I'm not gonna mention any names, but I watched. But y'all might end up seeing it anyway, because y'all know how I do. I'll snatch up those videos and make something of it. Okay, a lesson, because there are always teachable moments in these people out here acting a fool on damn YouTube. Okay, it's ridiculous how people are calling CPS on each other. People are, especially people, you know, black people in the black community are not sticking together. But the whole entire, you know, the whole entire YouTube family, you know what I'm saying, calling CPS because, you know, you see a little glimpse of someone's life, and on some level they're so narcissistic and jealous of it. And me being able to see even through you know, people's facades and being able to see the things that I see in people. It's just so much ugliness out here, y'all. It's the thing that we have learned is, you know, we already knew this. The what's up, Jamila? Welcome everybody. Any all the new people who have come to the chat. It ain't but 6 people in here, but welcome. Like I said, you guys, I have not invited everybody here. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not here for the numbers, the clout, or anything else that anybody else is here for. So you know what I'm saying? For you that who are here, welcome you guys. Okay, and also thank you guys for your energy. Okay, this is a mutual give and take of energy, you guys, and I did come here to give you guys some energy because I'm so supercharged right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm so supercharged, and you know what I'm saying? I have so much love for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I have so much love for y'all. I know I don't come on here every day like a lot of people come, and I don't share every part of my life. And the reason why I don't is because of the nature of people out here. Okay, but you know, for the people who have had to deal with narcissistic people, you know, even the ones, especially the ones who don't know you, but they cause this thorn in your side. They're gnats that you constantly have to brush away. You know what I'm saying? I know what that's like. I know what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? But we got to shake that off because we have to realize and understand the reason why these people are targeting us, why they cannot take their attention off of us. We cannot allow that energy to be so heavy for us. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they want. I saw a woman, they called CPS on this woman, okay? And she actually stayed on YouTube while the CPS worker came there with the police, you know, totally disrupted her energy. And this is all due to some petty, you know, back and forth roasting shit that people do to each other. And I've seen this before. Jamila, I know you know a lot about it, and this ain't even about you. Okay, this is a whole nother sector of YouTube. And this woman, you know, she went through, I watch her go through every damn emotion. Of course, the breakdown, she cried. She was so heartbroken that other people would do this to her because they're in the same sector and they roast back and forth, roasting gags, which I think is very immature. But hey, you know, to each his own. Not saying that I haven't done the shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, these people take this shit too far because in the mix of these people roasting and gagging, there are these diabolical narcissists who really hate you. They're looking at your house, they're looking at her marriage, they're looking at, you know, her children. Okay, I know for a fact that some of the people that hate her, one of the women don't have children. She's not able to have children. And this woman is a stay-at-home mom who films from her kitchen all day long, and she smokes her cigarettes in the kitchen, and the kids, of course, are around the house doing whatever they do. Okay, any woman, any mother with children understands that, you know what I'm saying, that that's their damn house. They get to do whatever the hell they want to do. Okay, this woman is in no way neglecting her children, but there's a lot of jealous-hearted ass, ugly, black-hearted ass, evil ass people in the world. And this is why you can't really share everything in your life with these jealous ass people, because I'm telling you, they be coming for the jugular, and I'm not talking about the virtual jugular. These low vibrating, you know what I'm saying, hateful, black hearted ass people will literally get on the phone and call a government agency, okay, in efforts to cause you to be as miserable as they asses be. Okay, these people are so ugly. They are so ugly in the spirit, and they will not be joining us on the mothership. Okay, so this is where you guys should find your peace. And in their hearts and in their spirits, you guys, they know they won't be joining us. This is why they trying to hold you here. Do not allow these low vibrating ass, mongrel ass people who have no light to dim your light. Don't allow them to hold you down and pull you down into the mud with them. You know what I'm saying? Let them have all the tantrums and say all those words, because see, when you do not receive their words, they bounce right back to their asses. Okay, so then they are the ones be receiving the death that they trying to speak over your life. They will experience the effects of what they are trying to cause. Okay, so there's a way to take these laws, you guys, and speak them in a way that, you know what I'm saying, it's a mirror for you, and these motherfuckers can't touch you. Okay, they be trying so hard. You know what I'm saying? They try so hard, but it hurt my heart to see this woman breaking down. Her heart was hurt because she couldn't believe that people could be this evil. And then she went through all the emotions of, you know, getting angry. And then this is, y'all, and I don't even come here to talk about this, but the reason why I talk about it is because I'm looking at the dynamic and the play of, you know, the narcissists against empaths. And I hope that y'all recognize this, even when y'all click off of here and you go to whatever else you're going to watch. Understand and see this war. It's happening right before your eyes if you know what you're looking at. Okay, all these people beefing. There's usually an empath involved and then a narcissist. And usually there's an empath being attacked by a whole bunch of narcissists. The gang stalking. Okay, and I don't even really want to speak on it, you guys, because I don't even want to speak on my own experiences and shit. I will speak on it, but I ain't talking about it right now because I'm trying to keep everybody's vibes high. I'm trying to keep mine high. I don't have to try because my vibes have been high all day. I woke up high. Okay. Let me read a little bit what y'all are saying. Okay. Welcome, Saturn Subliminal. I think you're new. Eyes on close. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing that because you know what? My eyes were closed. This is why I open my eyes every once in a while, and I open my eyes every once in a while and to read your comments because I'm speaking. When I begin to speak, I'm speaking through the words from my spirit. You know what I'm saying? They may be disorganized. I may start to speed up because some of the things are coming in much quicker than my brain can process them. Okay, but what I really wanted to say, what has stood out from what Malika was saying, is that grace is from breath to breath. See, y'all got to really listen to people when they're speaking. I so appreciate those of you who really are listening because that's more important. You know, listening and feeling is so much more important than seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because looks can so be deceiving, you guys. So, you know, y'all got to stop looking at people and thinking that because they look good, that they are good. Okay, how about you judge people by the way that they feel? You will get a more authentic person every time. You'll get a more authentic connection every time when you really listen to what people are saying. I go to a lot of people's channels, and you know, because I listen very intently, okay, and what they're saying. And a lot of people be saying things, you know, and like I said, I'm not here to criticize anybody or anything like that. But like, if you really listen to what a lot of people be saying, like the shit that they're saying doesn't mean anything. I mean, literally, they're saying a whole bunch of nothing. They may use a big words. They may be putting shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed a lot of people, like, they have signature words that they like to use to try and sound like they saying something. But at the same time, I'm trying to get the content and I'm trying to put it together to like get something out of it. Like where is the substance here? And where, you know, what lesson, like what did I get out of this? And this is nothing. Like, so I realized that a lot of people on YouTube are bullshit artists. Okay. So watch out for those. I'm not saying everybody, there are some wonderful teachers on here. You know what I'm saying? But watch out for the bullshit artists. Like if you sit here watching somebody you've been watching for at least 30 minutes and you haven't felt like you have been fed spiritually in any sort of way, like where's the content? What did I learn new? Have I been enlightened in any sort of way? Have I been uplifted in any sort of way? Or have I been drugged down? Am I listening to something that's really killing my brain cells? Okay. You have to really be conscious and mindful of what you're allowing to go in. You know what I'm saying? Because that does, you know, that goes right in the mix. You know what I'm saying? It has everything to do with what comes out of you. And everything you speaking is what you're creating. You know what I'm saying? In your reality. So these people who sit up and speak negativity on you, and they speak it on everybody. And I know, you know, a lot of people have these people. Okay. And they are so annoying. It's so hard to not be triggered emotionally and to clap back at them. I know, y'all. I'm a passionate woman, very passionate and very emotional because I am very empathic. I'm very intuitive. So I can feel that shit. Okay. So I know how hard it is to control your emotions at times, especially being an empathic, you know, being insensitive, being sensitive. Okay. But at the same time, this is crucial to you being able to, you know, be on a level where they can't touch you with their bullshit. This is why they are doing so much to try to agitate you and irritate you and to keep you angry. And you know what I'm saying? And try to upset you or keep you having anxiety of any sort. This is their whole palette of emotions. They can't even vibrate on the levels that you're able to go to. So, you know what I'm saying? The best revenge on a narcissist is living well. When they see you having fun, when they see you living your best life, when they see you being loved and giving love. You know what I'm saying? When they see you actually having the ability to actually help people, to connect with people, you know what I'm saying, on something more than hating on somebody together. You know what I'm saying? Or discussing somebody else's business that none of y'all know anything about. And you can't have any business of your own if you that deeply going in on somebody else's business and you got to create the shit because you don't really know. You could not have a life. These people who sit up and make 3 and 4 hour videos and you can fast forward back and forth all through that motherfucker. And there's not one lesson in there for you to learn. There's nothing in there of any value, just a whole pile of dry bones. Okay? You come here and I promise that you will get water. And I'm not in competition with anybody. Okay? I'm not in competition with anybody. If somebody else is doing their thing, I give them mad props. Y'all never hear me coming on here hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, whatever you're doing and it works for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you all the shade that I can lend you. I want to see us all winning. I don't see limitations. So I don't feel like because you winning, it's going to cause me to have less. You know what I'm saying? We should all be winning. You know what I'm saying? There's room for everybody. There is enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So again, I have not invited everybody here, but for those of you who are here, welcome. Okay. And I thank you for coming. Welcome to let me see who came in here since my eyes have been closed. Terrence Jordan and whoever else is in here, the people in the bushes. Okay. Everybody that's in the chat, welcome. Okay, and thank you guys for again sharing this time and space with me. Okay, sharing this time and space, and being receptive to whatever messages are going to come through. I don't have a lot of time, to always come and do this, but when I do come, I'm coming in sincerity. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my guard is up because again, the haters always lurking in the bushes too. You know what I'm saying? Not only are they studying me to try to imitate me and to repeat my words and go look up shit that I've said and then try to go use it on their weak ass channel. Okay, but they're lurking in the bushes to try to see any little slip up that I might have or any little thing that they can use to try to say, oh yeah, her life ain't going well. She's under whatever people want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever little negative little darts that they want to throw. I'm not worried about those. The reason I'm speaking about them, y'all, is because I hate to see other people catching those. Okay. And the woman that I was talking about the other day, and I'm gonna say a little bit more about her because I was really hurt to see her going through that because of how hurt that she was. She was so unaware that people could be so damn evil and so damn cold-hearted. I mean, you would really come for this woman's children and try to get her children taken away because she roasted your ass on YouTube. But see, a narc, they can't stand it. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. And I have a good idea of who did it, but that's neither here nor there, you guys. If y'all want to know, you want to talk about it, we can talk about it in my private group. Okay, but it's not that deep. That's some gossip shit. But the thing about it is, it really hurts me when people get caught off guard by these people. We need to understand that you have been sent out among wolves, okay? And you got to be prepared for these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because they do not care, and even trying to come on here, I really wish that she had not come on YouTube and like been breaking down about it and crying about it and shit on here, because this is where they get their fuel. This is where they get their enjoyment from it. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Everything about them is backwards. So you know what I'm saying? They actually, it makes them miserable to see someone happy, to see someone's life stable, and they throw their darts out there and they sit back and they want to see the results of it. So her actually filming her CPS visit and when the police was there, and then filming her breakdown afterwards and all her emotional ups and downs that she went through afterwards, it gave them all so much fuel. You know what I'm saying? They are enjoying it. Okay, so but there was also something that was valuable in her doing that. You know what I'm saying? That other people hopefully can learn something from it. You know what I'm saying? You can't put all your business out here. You can't share everything with these people. Even the ones you think you can trust, you have to be very, very cautious. You know what I'm saying? And reel that halo in, because so many people are going to be attracted to it. Okay, and the narcissists, they are masters of they wear so many different masks. Okay, so they will study you to see what they need to be for you to feel like it's somebody that you need in your life or you might want in your life. So you have to learn to be very, very discerning. Okay, and you have to not care about people saying that you bougie or you're standoffish or you stuck up. Let them think that. Okay, but by all means protect your energy. Okay, because they want some of that halo. Okay, these people are literally in the dark. It's like you're walking in a world and everything is in black and white. Okay, and you are in color. And on some level, you know this. You already know this. Protect your light. You can't share it with everybody. And see, those who are deeply empathic, you want to share it with everybody. You want to share it, especially those who are in the deepest of darkness. This is how you get caught up with these narcs. Okay, what y'all have to understand is, and it was a depiction in one of my classes where there was a road and it was heaven and hell. But what y'all need to understand is that heaven and hell are states of mind, okay? And that some people are in heaven right now, some people are in hell, and they might be right next to your ass in traffic. They might be right next to you at the dinner table. Okay, so you cannot share your light with everybody. You have to recognize that these are not places, but these are states of being that motherfuckers are in right now. Okay, some people are in heaven, mentally and emotionally, and you can fluctuate, definitely, we all do, between these states of being, but we have to, again, internalize these things, you guys, and quit trying to put them outside of us and make it a physical place that's up in the sky with the clouds, and all of that. That's not it. Okay, it is a physical place once you are free of the limitations of the physical body. But when you are in the spirit, you will see the full experience of what it is to be in your spirit. Okay, but right now, because you're in the body, you have to experience your heaven and hell as a state of being in your physical senses, like your emotions and everything else. Okay, so there are people, and these are the narcs, the psychopaths, and the sociopaths who are in hell, literally. Okay, so this is why they literally get angry when they see other people happy and enjoying things. And I promise y'all, I know that this is not the conventional method of making somebody mad and all that shit and getting back at somebody, but I'm telling you, the best thing that you can do is to get revenge on your narc, besides going into doing magic and shit on their asses, okay, is to live well. Okay, be happy, smile a lot. Let you know your smile must be genuine. Take good care of yourself, and only surround yourself with other people who are also going to do that. Okay, who are going to love you the way that you loving yourself. So the first thing you have to do is cultivate that relationship with self, because as you are doing that, you will find God. Okay, you will find and cultivate a closer relationship with God than you've ever had listening to the pastor or your mama now. Okay, you will find a whole religious script text that is written on your heart that you can then speak to other people. And yes, some of the words you say will match what they've written in the Bible and in the Quran and other religious texts. Okay, because it is the truth, so it's not going to change. So yeah, sometimes the scripture will come straight off your tongue. But what you need to understand is that those words were spoken 2,000 years ago, and they are still being spoken today. That your creator, God, Goddess, is still speaking today. So are you listening? Okay? Are you listening? Or are you looking at your iPhone? Or you watching Love and Hip Hop? You letting a narc distract you or trigger you or upset you so that you can't even hear your own spirit. Okay? So, we have to first of all take care of the self. Now, if y'all, I'm just spouting off things off my spirit. For one, there's people in here that need to hear this, okay? But I'm open, you guys. I'm sipping some chocolate wine, and I got my bottle of water here. And so if you guys wanted to have any questions or want to talk about dissecting the devil and the classes, anything that we learned, any specific things that you didn't understand, that what I'm saying, y'all want to go into, we can definitely talk about that. And also Nature Boy, okay? So let me read some of your comments before I go forward, but I want to talk about Nature Boy and what's going on with him and the reading and stuff and the interpretation. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, okay? So the Silverback with its over 600 subscribers. The Silverback. I was like, okay, because the other day I looked on there and he had a 12-second video where he had put on some contacts and some lashes. And so I guess that was because it's so funny how a narcissist in their mind, everything is a competition. Like, ain't nobody thinking about your big brown head ass, okay? And you know what I'm saying, that you come out here with some contacts on, and I guess that would be something that would bother you. So like if the person that they don't like comes on here and they be cute one day, that really, you know, that strikes them. I mean, it's an injury. It's just so sad that people live their whole lives through, you know, what other people are doing. It's just ridiculous. Like, you look like a damn fool, you big pie face motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we know what you are. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? I'm so done with talking about this shit. Like, because I know that each and every video that he has, I swear, oh God, y'all can go through it. And there is a section where he mentions me on some level. And I'm so tired of it. It's just so tired. You are so retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Leave me the hell alone. But anyway, let me finish reading some of these comments, you guys. You do have to have your root chakra on point, Jamila. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers is going to come off all sides. But if you're one of those who is targeted, you were born with the, you know, with the armor. You was born for this. So you are born equipped to deal with it. You just, sometimes people need to be reminded, okay? They are attacking mothers. That was heartbreaking. But, oh, yeah, let me go back to the girl, too. You're about the root and and the channel is called some bullshit. Okay, what's that bitch's channel name? The Divine some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It should be the shit talking channel. Okay, something, I don't know. Somebody knows it. But anyway, I see the whole term devil as the Antichrist, which is how I see Nature Boy as an Antichrist. Yes, I mean these words are synonymous. You know what I'm saying? They're the narcissist, the devil, the Antichrist. It all is somebody that who goes against everything that is good and perfect, everything that is positive. It's something that sucks all of the color out of life. Okay, and if y'all know a narc, if you've had to live with, you know exactly this is what they do. They suck all the color out of life. But at first, of course, they make sure that they build it all up. You know, they make those colors intense. You know what I'm saying? They make it look so beautiful, but then when you reach out to touch it, it just dissipates because it's but an illusion. Okay, give me a minute, y'all. Let me close my blinds because it's getting dark and I don't like people being able to see up in my shit. Hold on. So yeah, you guys, the devil, you know, it's many things. I mean, basically it's that negative energy, and anybody can be infected with that. But some people are just you know, are just eternally infected with it. Like some people, you know, emit this energy all the time, and the reason why they do is because they are caught in this loop of hypnotic rhythm, okay, that we was talking about in the classes. Anybody who has been dealing with these crazy ass people, you know that it's like a pattern with them. So they do have their times of acting positive, and you know, when they do, it's very good. You know what I'm saying? But when they act crazy, they crazy, okay? So you know, it's a pattern that a normal person will never get used to, that is very I'm looking at Terrence Jordan in the chat. Okay, yeah, y'all can Google that to see this insane stalker that is stalking me. Okay, the Supreme Energy and Divine Naughty Academy. Okay, if y'all want some laughs, go over there. Look at this big round head ass, broad shouldered motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Who sits up and disrespects women all day long and speaks death over women's wombs and over children's lives because you want both and can't have any. Okay, so anyway, moving forward. Go flag, right, you guys, because this motherfucker stay flagging my channel. He stay flagging my channel. Okay. Welcome you, Linda Fraser. I hadn't even known you was here if you've already been here or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I guess you get so tired of these people. It's like a demon trying to ride your back and shit because they ain't got no life force of their own. So they like, shit, let me jump on her motherfucking back and shit. And let me tell people she ain't shit while I try to suck up her energy and try to act like and become her. That's so pathetic of a damn you know, scheme to be trying to, you know, a game to be trying to play. That's the whack. You're so whack. You know what I'm saying? These people is lame as hell. But anyway, back to the point, and this is the thing, like you do have all these distractions, as I've been even some of my students, you know what I'm saying, have told me that, you know, even as they've been trying to study this material and really trying to like unravel you know, the mind of the narcissist, as studying this book, there's so many things that have been coming in, so many distractions. Yes, parasites, Linda, they're everywhere, and I just really want people to be aware of them. You know, seeing people getting caught by this off guard and being hit by these darts off guard. You know what I'm saying? But the lady that I want to talk about, y'all, I felt sorry for her because again, I'm an empath. She was crying and shit. But the thing about it, I don't really, she's not neglecting her children. Whoever did it was they were narcs, and they was very hateful in what they did. But at the same time, about a week before that, she had been being heartless too, talking about some woman's dead husband, some woman's husband. Okay, this woman lost her husband, and you was being very insensitive to talk about her husband. So you know what goes around comes around. And so I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, watching this whole play, and I just want y'all to see it, because what we're learning in the classes is not you know, it's not something, it's something that you can see in your everyday practical life if you know what you're looking at. Again, this battle between good and evil, light and dark, empaths and narcissists, sociopaths and psychopaths and beyond. Okay, you know what I'm saying, the battle between sanity and insanity. Okay, it is it's taking place every day. So all the beefs you see on YouTube, all the beefs between countries, this is nothing but a battle of egos, a battle of, you know, positive and negative energies. Okay, and when you recognize that, you're able to discern your role in the whole thing. You're able to know what your next move is. But sometimes you got to be still and stand back and look at what's happening, and you know what I'm saying, see the bigger picture of what's happening. Okay, so this battle is taking place on every level of your life. Okay, any little argument that might break out between, you know, you and another person, you know, or it's really more observable when you're not involved. Okay, when you can see somebody else's little conflicts that they have. I want you guys to step back, and I want you to really pay attention, because there's usually a narc and there's an empath involved. Okay, and so see these people as not these personalities and whatever, but see them as the energies, okay, of positive charge and that negative charge. Okay, see, you know, because when you see things like that, you're able to know, you know what I'm saying, whether or not you should even lend your energy to the situation. Should you turn away from it? Is there something you can do to improve the situation? Is there something I can learn from it? Is there something I can get from it? You know what I'm saying? Because none of these things have to be in your experience unless you choose for them to be. But what I'm saying is, wherever you find yourself, make sure that you're very mindful and observant of things, okay, of the play of energies, the dynamic that is playing here. Because, you know, it's like I said, it's hard to see that when it's you and you're in it. So make sure you do it a lot when you're, you know, when you can observe other people, and then it becomes a lot easier to do it when you're in it. It becomes easier to not even become involved in it. Okay, to not allow people to draw you into it. Okay, so you know, as you begin to go further down this path and you begin to understand, because the worst thing you can do with a narc is just have a very clear head and a clear mind, where you're not, you know, you're not even susceptible to their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't lie to me, because I know what I seen, I know what I heard, I know what I know. Okay, and when you stick to that, no matter what, and you don't sway, you know, they have no power over you. It's just like when I encountered the devil in the hallway, and my spirit said, "Keep walking up on this motherfucker, because he has no power. If he's gonna do something, let him do it." And he didn't do anything. He became a clown, and then he disappeared, y'all. Okay, that was very deep. There's messages there, okay, for everybody concerning this negative energy. Okay, all it can do is try all these different illusions, and when they see that none of them shits work, their power, there is no power there. Okay, so the power rests in that illusion. Whether you believe in this illusion, let me show you a scary face. Let me show you this scary rage that I'm gonna go into. Let me show you this scary reaction I'm gonna have to you correcting me. Let me show you this. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you this scary thing I'm gonna do when you expose me. I'm gonna call all of my friends the flying monkeys, who are also narcissists, who worship me because they are all covert, and then the main narcissist is overt. So they admire the main one for having enough courage to actually come and face you face to face and let you know that they're the ones trying to ruin you, right? So all the rest of them latch on to that main one, and they assist them in whatever way they can. As long as they don't have to show their faces, you know what I'm saying? It's a very cowardly but very predictable fight. So when you're able to predict the actions and the movements of the enemy, it's very easy to take their asses out. It's very easy to frustrate them. It's very easy to avoid them if you choose to. You know what I'm saying? You know how to move. You know how they move. So you know how to move. You're 10 steps ahead of them. You now have a bird's eye view of them when you're looking from the perspective of your spirit, and they don't have that perspective from which to look. Okay? So, it's very, very important that you gain the perspective of spirit. That's not required for you to do anything but to cultivate a relationship with the living spirit that is within you right now, always right now, always right now. Okay. Let me sip my wine, y'all. Okay. Any thoughts, you guys? Any thoughts? And my wrench gang, I appreciate you guys. Okay. Rose Little, you the bomb.com, baby. Yes, you have to choose which battles are even worth you lending your energy to, because that's all they want. Okay. To a narc, even when you go to cuss their asses out for trying to start some shit with you or lying on you or whatever, they consider that an honor, because all they wanted was your energy. They don't care whether it's positive or negative. They stay in a perpetual state of negativity. So more of that coming to them ain't really hurting them like it would hurt you, which is why you don't stoop there. Okay. You do not go there because that's not where you belong. You know what I'm saying? And so they consider themselves honored when you stoop to their level, even enough to even address they stupid asses. Okay? Because even as you stoop to their level to address them, you bring in a little bit of light into their dark ass, colorless world. Okay? So understand your value, the value and the quality of your light, and you will know which places to take it. And you will make sure that those places deserve to have your light there, because there's some things you don't want to illuminate, honey. Okay? There's some things you don't want to illuminate. I know you're always here, Angela. Okay? Y'all think I can't feel y'all? I know you're here. You know what I'm saying? There's people in the bushes. There's people here. You know what I'm saying? I know you're here. You know what I'm saying? I know who I have invited here. Okay, so thank you all for being present in the moment. And I'm glad that you guys are recognizing these parasites, because they are beginning to be exposed. They are beginning to lose this fight. So as you look at the bigger picture, I hope that you guys see that as well. This is why I'm zeroing in on certain people like Nature Boy, which I told y'all this shit was going to happen a few months ago, that it was coming. I could feel it. And I told y'all it was big. It was big. So, it's the national police that came and got him, and he is in basically national damn trouble. He is being investigated by 3 different federal departments, okay, in Costa Rica, Honduras, and in Nicaragua. Nicaragua being it's not a third world country, but it's like one of the poorest countries in Central America, okay? And and basically they're under a dictatorship. And so basically their president decides everything that happens. They do whatever the hell they want to you. I was listening to, and I posted it on my community channel. I know y'all might not have listened to the live because it was long, but it was very interesting. This man seems to know, all the charges and, basically all the legal ramifications of what has happened, and kind of, he verified a lot of things that I had kind of came up with in my reading. Okay. The one thing that was coming out very strongly again, y'all, was the death energy and the disease energy. And the man did mention, in his breakdown, that they were, that they were going to be medically examined, or that they had been medically examined about the HIV and some other diseases. Also, that he might not get out. It could take 8 months to 8 years for Nature Boy to get out, or even longer. That he's under a very strict regime over there. And again, the president is like a dictator. So he decides, nobody moves without him, which is why his people are saying that he has 3 lawyers, and these lawyers haven't been able to do anything as far as getting him out. He's not getting out. Okay. when I felt coming towards him, when I told y'all months ago, these people have been compiling this information for a while, okay? Because I felt it back then, and when I felt coming from him, it was huge, okay? So it is, like I said, a conglomeration. This is bigger than, the FBI. It's bigger than the feds. This shit is national. They mentioned so many charges, things that he's being charged for, like money laundering, and of course the charges of pedophilia, the abuse, doing shit across countries and shit. So he's in big trouble, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I felt. And I am going to read it again. A lot of times I don't like looking at a lot of things. What the man that came on World News was doing was warning the rest of Carbonation to get the hell on before they lock y'all asses up. Okay, because they're all delusional. Like I said, they're trying to support a delusion. They're trying to be in denial about the seriousness of Eligio's charges. And Eligio is in big trouble. And if they don't get the hell on, even if they do leave, some of y'all are in trouble too. Okay, so this is just the beginning, and there's a lot, you know what I'm saying? There is so much more going on than what y'all knew, which is what I said in my reading. Let me read some of the comments, you guys. I love this song, by the way. This is Tiana Taylor. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, he is getting some work, Jamila. He been getting work. There's so many, and I mean, he's not gonna be able to get out of this. I can feel that it's such a tight, tangled web of energies. It's like a ball of yarn, okay? And he's at the very center. You ain't getting through that, okay? So much to unravel, and most of what he's going to be facing and the things that have implicated him came out of his own mouth. Because once again, the ego, okay, the ego will get you fucked up 100% of the time. Okay, I'm gonna get that put on some shirts, okay? Because people need to understand that it's not something that I just say, y'all. It's something that you need to really learn. The ego is not your friend. It appears to be your friend. It's so deceptive. It's just like that devil and the devil and the angel on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And the one is telling you to do the right thing. And of course, that's the harder thing to do. And the devil is telling you to do this easier thing, this cheat, this hack. And so, and you think about it and be like, hell yeah, ain't nobody gonna know, or you justify it in some kind of way, knowing, you know what I'm saying? And so, when you start listening to that little devil and you start taking them cheats and them hacks and shit, doing that little side shit, his whole, again, that's not your friend. That's not your friend on that other shoulder. Okay, so when you start listening to him and you listen, you know what I'm saying? He's enticing you with some temptation. Understand that when you take it, just like he said in one of those lessons, as soon as you get close to it, he's gonna snatch it away from your ass. Y'all should know this anybody should know the tactics of the devil by now. This motherfucker does not want you to see you have the end result or the desired outcome. So he's going to drag you along, okay, with a piece of meat on a string. Okay, and you're following that piece of meat and not seeing that it drops down into a bottomless pit. Okay, you're never going to catch it. Okay, you might get a slice of that pie, but you're not going to get to eat it. Okay, and so Eligio was taking that pie. He was following that meat. Okay, so now he's in the hole. And he has no one to blame but himself, because again, if you listen to the teachers who are here to warn you, okay, is that little devil on your other shoulder is not your friend. Of course, he's going to play like he's your friend to get you to listen to him and follow him. That is not your friend, okay? His goal, his ultimate goal is to replace you, okay? Because the ego wishes to replace the spirit as the self. Hear that again, you guys. The ego wishes to replace the spirit as the self. The spirit in you is God. The spirit in you is God. And the ego wants to be God. The ego is a false self created from everything that you've been through since you entered this physical incarnation. Your spirit, hear me, your spirit is eternal. Your spirit is immortal. Your spirit is infinite, but your ego is finite. So you don't want to listen to that. Your ego is false. It's not real. Okay, so what you see with a narc, okay, and the most radical of them is those who completely don't want to accept anything about the truth of who they are, and they think there's something the complete opposite. Okay, those most radical ones, you know what I'm saying? They represent that falseness of what an ego and what a narcissist is. Okay, some shit that I built myself. Okay. You know, when you're being real and authentic, you didn't build yourself, you didn't build your spirit. You have to acknowledge that higher power, that greater source that you can plug into to charge yourself. If you think that you are the biggest source, then you are mistaken, and you see yourself as being mortal, because you know that you can come to an end. Who you see as you call yourself by your name, and you think you live in this body. The you that feels that you cannot free yourself from these physical limitations. If you see that as yourself, then you do not know thyself the way that your creator God has commanded you to do. And so you need to continue seeking. The self, the true identity is the spirit, my people. The true identity is the spirit. And you know, with this spirit, as the seeds of your true your true nature and your true self were planted, there were false seeds planted right aside of it. Okay. And we can go into why and how that was done, but that's not really important. What's important is to understand that. Okay, there are weeds, and then there are false weed called the tares. Okay, and the tares grow right along the weeds. Okay, and these tares are allowed to grow right alongside the weeds. Okay, and so you have to learn, you have to be very discerning to be able to recognize the weeds from the tares. Okay, at the end of the day, they will be gathered and burned, but at the moment they're being allowed to grow right aside of you. Okay, and so you have to recognize these people. Quit imposing your empathic nature on these people who have black hearts, who do not have the capacity for empathy. Okay, because this is how you get hurt, this is how you get destroyed, this is how you lose your faith in humanity, in the goodness of humanity. Okay, understand that there's a very small percentage of people who are empathic in nature. Okay, who are going to come to you with good intentions, without that jealousy demon, without that narc demon. Most people have it in them. Okay, and I know that if you're empathic in nature, if you're intuitive, you've known this your whole life. Okay, so now it's time to be wise. You're not going to be able to change these people by projecting your goodness onto them. You're not going to be able to change them by giving them your goodness. You're not going to be able to change them by shining your light on them. When you shine your light on them, you're going to see some of the ugliest shit that you've ever seen. And for a lot of people, it's very discouraging. Okay, it's very heartbreaking. So my advice to the empath is to steer clear of these people. My advice to the supernova is to know your purpose and do your job. Okay, and meet me in the No Narc Network, because the supernova, you know what I'm saying, it's your time. It's your time, baby. Turn it all the way up. Turn it all the way. Because see, the thing about the supernova is the supernova can appear to be narcissistic. Okay, because the supernova knows how to use that magic mirror. The supernova knows how to become the magic mirror that's going to reflect that ugly ass behavior right back to the narc. Okay, and this is why they will mistake a supernova for a narc, because a supernova knows how to give it right back to them. Okay, a regular empath is going to be damaged by the harshness of a diabolical narc. Okay, a regular empath was here to heal, a different grade of people. Okay, the supernova is to go head on with the narc. Okay, and this is only if you choose to. Okay, it is a decision. Okay, and like we talked about in the group, you guys, it's a decision. Okay, and you will not be judged, or you know what I'm saying, for your decision in any way, so, or penalized. It is a decision. Okay, and in each individual case, it is a decision, and you can change your mind at any time without any judgment. Okay, because basically these people are doomed, and you going above and beyond to try to save their ass. Okay, so you're not obligated to do this. Okay, but if you are a supernova, you will know it. But please do not. This is something I want to be very careful and clear about. Do not project, and please do not project or impose the title of supernova on yourself if you do not know for a fact that you were born to do this job. If you did not for a fact that you are a supernova empath. Okay, because again, most people cannot go into battle with the devil in this way and come out okay. Okay, these people, you know what I'm saying, again, their methods, the angles in which they move, you know what I'm saying, you know nothing about, because you're designed with such a pure heart. Okay, so you cannot fathom, and this is why empaths get so hurt, because they can't fathom that it's even possible for someone who looks human to be so damn inhumane, diabolical, evil, and empty of the spirit of the Most High. Okay, so most empaths get their hearts broken. Okay, and some it lose their sanity to the point of no return. Okay, so I'm not advising that anybody go in this way. I'm advising that you know thyself, because once you begin to know thyself and you cultivate the relationship with the living spirit that is in you, you will know which way to move, how to move, where to move, and upon who. You know what I'm saying? To shine your light. Okay, but you have to be very, very discerning, or this world, like I said, will chew you up and spit you out. And a lot of empaths have lost themselves to the darkness of this world. Yes, Rose, you're just like me. You know what I'm saying? I was born veiled and protected. It. You know about this protection. You know what I'm saying? But there is it's a reason why you was born with your armor on. This is what your veil is. This is what your protection is. You was born with that armor on because you are a supernova. You were born. You came here for the sheer purpose of going to war. You know what I'm saying? You got to. This is what we came here for, because we were born into a war wearing the armor. Okay, the war was happening before we incarnated here. This is why we chose to come here. So the more and more we wake up, you'll understand, and we all have a different role to play. Not saying everybody's going in and you're going to go find some narcs to save, and no, you just live your life. Okay, and as you are on your path, these things are already there. You know what I'm saying? These things they will appear as the people that come into your life, the people that you encounter, sometimes for a season, a reason, sometimes for a lifetime. Okay, you will know which moves you should make, again, and how to make them. Welcome, Mark. Okay, and welcome everybody else that's in the chat. The more you cultivate the relationship with your true self, which is the spirit within you, the less prominent that the voice of the ego will become. You know what I'm saying? The smaller and smaller that little devil on your other shoulder will become. The smaller and smaller his voice will become. Okay, and you begin to feed that other voice. Okay, and when you listen to that, you can't get lost. You just follow. You just know what you do. It appears as your thoughts, and when your thoughts are your thoughts are correct. You know what I'm saying? When your mind is sound, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be lost. Okay, so this is why the devil, the narcissist, that the attack is always in the mind. Even the spiritual attacks are on the mind. Okay, and of course then they manifest in other ways, but they begin, every attack starts in the battlefield is the mind. Okay, and so if you have a sound mind and you have taken charge over your own mind, then it is not possible for you to get caught in any of the devil's traps or snares. It's not possible for a narcissist to pull you down to their level of darkness. It's not possible. And this is where you are, Rose. You know what I'm saying? And you've learned that through trial and error. That's the only way that we can learn it. You know what I'm saying? You've learned that through trial and error, and so, it's part of the path of, the things that we go through, the families that we're born into, the experiences that we have growing up, especially those traumatic ones. Those are the things that, so Mark, I thought you had a wrench. My South Node is in Scorpio, which is my past life. Right now in Taurus, from what I learned from the mission. Time is to focus on self-care, living a peaceful and abundant life, trauma-free. Yes, because and this is where Rose is. Okay, and this is where most people, especially who are empathic in nature, is what you should be doing. It's all about self-care. Okay, so when the way that you will know whether you are a supernova, because with a supernova, your self-care is it's like you're not at peace unless you feel as if you are fulfilling your mission, and your happiness comes from seeing other people be lifted up out of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be happy. A supernova would not be happy with like getting rich and just, you know, and knowing that they are safe and them and their family is okay. A supernova could never be happy with that, because the perspective of a supernova is being connected, you know what I'm saying, to everyone. So a supernova does not feel like we have won unless everyone has won. And not everyone, but those who, you know, to whom I have been sent to shine that light on. So it's very important to a supernova that everybody is winning, okay? Because we don't see one person, we see the collective, okay? I'm the narc's worst nightmare. Yeah. You know, a narc's worst nightmare is someone who cannot be swayed from their truth. Okay. Someone whose thoughts are very sharp and whose mind is very sharp and very clear. Someone who knows themselves. You know what I'm saying? A person like that cannot be swayed from your stance on things. You know what I'm saying? From your belief. You cannot be gaslighted. I'm not saying that you are above all of their shit, because there's still times, I mean, any if you're human and you have the ability to feel, we can all be triggered. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, if the person knows which buttons to push, but how you react to being triggered, you know, how you behave, you know, that's all a matter of, you know, emotional maturity, things that we learn sometimes through trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Most times through trial and error, because the things that they do would trigger, you know, even the most peaceful person. You know what I'm saying? The things that they do that insult your intelligence, the things that they do that break your heart, that have to, you know, cause you to have to reconfigure your entire reality. You know, these things are done intentionally to cause the emotional distress and the anxiety and things that they cause, because this is food, energetic food for that negative, that devil. Okay, he needs more of that in order to grow. If y'all remember from lesson 1 in dissecting the devil, the negative and positive charge, and how big the positive charge was and the negative charge was small. Okay, so that negative charge is constantly feeding on trying to get more and more, trying to catch up. Okay, now the way that this manifests in people is that the narcissist, this is why the narcissist is always trying to one up you. This is why they're always in competition, even when you unaware of their asses. This is why they get hurt when you got something, because they're seeing all of this is being added onto your big ball of energy. Okay, and they see it as taking away from theirs. So anytime you get an increase of anything in your life and you're being coveted by, and you're being stalked, or you know what I'm saying, by a narcissist, and most empaths, you are being coveted by narcissists. Okay, you are surrounded by wolves. Okay, and anytime they see you having an increase, even in joy, in knowledge, in wisdom, in anything, money, material things, whatever, it's a blow to them. They feel that as some of their energy being pulled away, and they see that as you know, a them, like them being like you getting favor from the gods, you having favor from, and it is that. But you know what I'm saying? They see everything as a competition. So there's no way that someone else that they, you know, that they call themselves being in competition with can gain something without them taking that as an injury and seeing themselves as being diminished by it. It's a very sick way of seeing things. I mean, people see this as a competition, even if they're in a marriage, even if it's their daughters, even if it's their husbands and wives and their sisters and brothers. A narc does not care. They are in competition with everyone. Okay. No, Mark is not trolling. Mark is not trolling. I don't think, if that's the real Mark. I don't think he's trolling, you guys. But good looking. But yeah, so the way that this competition and energies, you know, think about again the red charge, the negative ion, and then the negative part of the atom, and then the positive charge. That negative is always constantly feeding, and it will never ever catch up. Okay, because everything it takes, it devours, but it doesn't grow. Okay, it doesn't grow ever. And so it's insatiable. And so the narcissist is insatiable. okay, in their need to trigger you to keep eating off of your negative energy. Once you are aware of that, you got to cut that shit off as quick as possible. Like, just don't engage. Like, the things that they're talking about don't even exist in your world. It's not based in reality. So if you know what I'm saying, we're not going to go rehash everything that we've always already talked about regarding the narcissist, but I'm trying to practically apply the things that we have talked about in the Dissecting the Devil lessons, and how to apply it to these everyday you know, things that are happening in your lives, the dynamic of energies and the interactions that you're having with other people, the way you can see it in the ways that, you know, observing interactions between other people. You know, there is this pull of energies, and there is this tug of war between that negative and positive energy. It will usually be a disagreement or a, you know, something between a narc and an empath, or a bunch of narcs and an empath. You know what I'm saying? Usually you can see an empath being under attack by a lot of people. And I've been watching it on YouTube a lot. And the narcs, there's a lot of empaths out here that don't even realize what's happening to them. Like the lady yesterday, and I'm not saying she's completely an empath, but like I said, she said some insensitive shit. But at her core, I really do believe that she is an empath. I believe that her defense mechanisms are all wrong, and this is why she's, you know, but she's under attack from a lot of people, and she's, you know, she's not the only one. And I want people to be able to recognize what's happening here. Recognize this war. Put on your armor. Pay attention, because you know what we're learning here is going to be, it's going to be very, very valuable. The more that they close in on you, you know, a lot of people aren't feeling it personally. And a lot of people choose not to, and that's a lot of people's calling. A lot of people are meant to look the other way and enjoy your life, and a lot of times that is the medicine that the narc needs. A lot of people find that the hardest thing to do, because they know that ignoring a narc gets to them. They know that not giving them attention and not allowing them to drag you into their bullshit is how you damage them. But they find it so hard not to clap back when they come at you, not to react when they trigger you. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the hardest thing. But once you start doing it, you start to see that suffering that it's causing, because they literally need that energy from you, like a vampire needs blood, you guys. Okay, so you know, the reading I did the other day again was about Nature Boy. The man did mention the diseases. He mentioned Nature Boy being in there for a long time. He mentioned him facing some very heavy international charges, several charges. He was basically telling the rest of Carbonation to stop being delusional and to try to get out of the country as soon as possible, because they were all, he was very he was emphasizing the word accessories, you know, to the crimes that he's done, because they were all present for them. They were all aware that it was happening, and none of them did anything about it. Okay, and if you listen to a lot of the interviews that they're doing now, a lot of them are they're still defending Nature Boy, and this is because they all know that he has evidence on them, and also there's evidence of them being accessories to these crimes on the computers and phones that the authorities have seized. Okay, so you know, it's just all, you know, it's looking really bad for everybody. And you know, just send up some prayers for, you know, the children, to, you know, at least get up out of there, the women and the children, the mothers, you know what I'm saying, for people to wake up and come to their senses. These people don't realize that they have been brainwashed. They need to accept that they have been brainwashed. They have been bamboozled. They need to accept the reality of what has happened to them, what they have been through, and they need to wake up, and before they are all just as locked up as his ass is. Okay, so yeah, Mark, they are just cautious, but yeah, Mark is cool, you guys. So yeah, you know, I wanted to come in and discuss that, and again give you guys an opportunity to ask questions about anything in the classes. If anybody wants to talk to me in private regarding the classes or anything in the group, goddess111@gmail.com. If you have email, if you want to, you know, need to contact me for anything else, contact me at BadassWitches@gmail.com. Let me read some of the comments, you guys, and let me see about the diseases, but his case is classified. Yes, but this man, did you listen to what's this man's name? The Reaper. I believe he's an attorney or something. I don't know what he is, but I did put that video on my um on my on my community page. Okay, the world news, the reaper was on the world news. I believe he's an attorney or some kind of way. This man does have access to something in this case, because he knew everybody's names, he knows everybody's information, and he is basically speculating. He's not saying definites, but he's saying what, you know what I'm saying, that what he knows, and he does know more than somebody else. He does have some inside information. Okay, so check out the video that I put on my community page. Okay, he is a very credible source, you guys. So this man is not just on here speculating like the average YouTuber. Okay, so the interview, the World News interviewed him on his channel. He's been following the case for a long time from a legal standpoint. Okay, and his YouTube name is The Reaper, but he did the interview on World News today. Okay, so he does have some, he has some sort of connection with the inside source, because I know her dad couldn't get anything, and I think a lot of the barriers is that these guys, that they don't even speak the language, you know what I'm saying? And so but I think this guy really is legit. He's legit. Okay, so check out the interview he did on the World News. It is on the community page, you guys. So I'm working on lesson 12. So we're going into lesson 12 again. At any point, I don't know if these are going to be, if there are going to be any more classes on YouTube. You know, just depends on what my spirit says once I get them edited. So we're moving forward with the classes, you guys. Again, don't just look at this as something that we're talking about, but as you're learning about this in the ways that I'm not teaching y'all how the quote unquote devil works that, you know, y'all believed in, that was under the ground as a little kid. It was waiting for you, you know, and you know, it's fighting the devil God, you know, to try to get you after you die and all of this. No, this I'm talking about, this is right now, you guys. So I want you to recognize this dynamic when you're in your interactions with people and the people around you. There's so many people, you know, it's not just that. It's like my dream, my prophetic dream about all these people being possessed and not being aware of the fact that they were possessed. There's so many of them. We are in that time right now. Recognize these people, y'all. They look just like us. Some of them are your family members. You know what I'm saying? You need to recognize it, because there is a war, okay, in the energy that they are emitting. And so this is why you're clashing with certain people. Okay, this is why you're no longer able to tolerate being in the presence of certain people, because you know, they are representing a certain energy. Either you got that blue charge or you got that red charge. Okay, and they don't mix, honey. So if you're not mixing with these people, it's time to reel in that light, reel in your halo, and recognize what's going on. Be awake and aware in every moment, you guys, in every interaction you have with every person. Look people in their eyes, okay? Because that's the window to the soul. If you don't see nothing there, if you don't see nothing but blackness, if you don't see any light, if you don't see a soul there, understand that you are looking at something that is not human. Okay, they are a child of a lesser God, and you are surrounded by them. Okay, so reel in that halo, wear your armor, wear your protection. Okay, it's you have it on for a reason, and we are at war. Okay, love and light to you all. I'm sending out all of the shade that I can to you guys. I am available for you guys. Again, reach out to me in my emails under the videos if you need me, especially my group members. You know what I'm saying? And we will be back with lesson 10, so lesson 12, you guys, tomorrow. And I'm going to try and be more consistent with going live, you know, but they will not be this long. Y'all know I ain't got time like that to be sitting up for 3 and 4 hours. You know, I come here with a yes, Rose Little, look for those eyes. What you see, it's a lot of people's eyes will surprise you. Okay, not just the empty ones, but the ones who are we ain't gonna even we'll talk about that in the group. Okay, but again, you guys, look people in the eyes, okay, and pay attention to the eyes. If you are being gang stalked, I want you to, and we're going to talk. As a matter of fact, that's going to be my next live, the subject of my next live, gang stalk. But if you are currently being gang stalked or suspect yourself of being, I want y'all to notice how the people who are gang stalking you, if you notice them, because they'll gang stalk you. And most people, the people who are being gang stalked are the empaths. So you can feel and sense these people around you, okay? And when you see them, notice that they're all going to be wearing these dark glasses, or they're trying to cover their eyes. They're terrified of you looking them in the eyes. They're terrified of having to come face to face with your energy. Okay. Hence the men in black with the dark glasses and all of that. They are the same quality of being. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there for the whoever's in here that is being gang stalked. There is someone in here. And so you weren't sure. So this is your confirmation. And no, I don't know exactly which person it is, but that was your word. Okay. Pay attention to the glasses and understand that do not be afraid of these people, because a lot of the things that they're doing are going to be intimidation tactics. Again, it is the devil, you guys. So think about what we've learned in the classes. All they can do is use illusions to try and scare you. Recognize these illusions and understand this first and foremost. They fear you more than you fear them. Okay, that's why they got the glasses on. Okay, you don't understand your own power when you lock eyes with a demon. They do not want you coming face to face with them. They do not want to have to stand in your light, because think about what happens to darkness when it comes into contact with light. If you don't know, go in a dark room in your house and flip on the light switch and you tell me where that darkness went. Tell me, does it still exist in that room? Okay, so this is why they fear you. So do not be intimidated by their intimidation tactics, because that's what it is. It's just like the devil standing at the other end of the hallway daring me to come forward, trying to act like he was going to do something if I did. Go ahead and walk forward. Go ahead and look them in the eyes, because their power, they have no power. Their power lies in their ability to cause you to believe in their illusion, their ability to scare you, in their false evidence appearing real. Appearing is the key word here, okay? And we all know that appearances, looks can be deceiving, and with the devil, with the narcissist, they always are deceiving, my people. Okay, so if you are being gang stalked, and understand that they got those dark glasses on to protect themselves from you, and they're watching you because they're afraid of you activating your power. Okay, and we will go deeper into that in our next live stream. Okay, much love and light to you all, my people. Again, there is someone in the chat who is being gang stalked. I don't know who you are, but you needed that word. You need to shake off the fear. Look these demons right in their eye. You are more powerful than they are. Okay, the spirit that is in you is greater than the emptiness and the darkness and the blackness that is in them. Okay, love and light to you all. Thank you all to my moderators, my wrench gang, my no narc network, and the people in the bushes. Okay, until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace.